Nothing grows in a comfort zone. We love our comfort zones, but I'm telling you right now, you got to get out of them as soon as possible, because that's when you learn. That's when you grow, is when you're not in your comfort zone, when you get out of it. Welcome to My Daily Mindset, where you get an inspirational, educational, and motivational message each day to help you live your best life. When is the last time that you felt uncomfortable? Now, it doesn't have to be freaking out, but it could be, or it could just be like a conversation maybe you had earlier today or last week or this weekend or whatever, and it was just sort of uncomfortable. You know, I was talking to a friend this weekend, and she was giving a talk later that day, and she was nervous about it. And she's an introvert by nature, so, you know, it's natural for her to be nervous. I mean, I love talking, but I always get nervous before I go talk to people. You know, and I was telling her, there's this DJ that I was listening to an interview from him, and somebody asked him, he's been, DJing for, decades. And they said, hey, do you get nervous every time you go up? And he said, yeah. He goes, the way I look at it is I'm nervous between 30 and 70%. Anything more, I'm freaking out. Anything less, I don't care. And I thought that was a cool sort of example, because it's true. We all get a little bit nervous and a little bit, have a little bit of anxiety when that stuff happens, but it's how do you use that energy, right? So anyway, she's going to do this talk later, and she has a small business, and it's to help her small business grow. But what happens though is she's going to be uncomfortable giving this talk, but it's not just going to help her business grow, but it's going to help her grow. Because here's the deal. Nothing grows in a comfort zone. We love our comfort zones, but I'm telling you right now, you got to get out of them as soon as possible, because that's when you learn. That's when you grow, is when you're not in your comfort zone, when you get out of it. And her giving this talk is going to get her out of her comfort zone, and she's going to grow from it, and her business is going to grow from it. So the point is, you need to start, like I was talking yesterday about, paying attention, being mindful. You pay attention, and when you feel uncomfortable, don't avoid it, because that's what we always do. We try and avoid uncomfortableness like the plague, but what happens? Nothing happens when you do that. It's just going to sit there. But when you lean into discomfort, that's when you get to understand why you're uncomfortable, first of all, and then you get to learn through it. And no matter if it's an action you have to take or whatever it may be, you get to learn through that experience. So this week, today, whenever, the next time you catch yourself, being mindful, and you catch yourself being uncomfortable, ask yourself why, and then dive into it, lean into it, right? Because you'll be better on the other side. So lean into uncomfortableness, discomfort, and you will learn more about yourself and about what you're doing than just hiding from it and avoiding it, okay? So get out of your comfort zone. If you're in it, we love our comfort zones, right? But the goal for me is always okay, get to a comfort zone, enjoy it for a minute, but then get out. Because if you don't, you're going to get sucked in, and it may be a year later before you get out of that thing. So get to a comfort zone. That's like a goal, and enjoy it for a minute, but then get out as soon as possible and get to the next comfort zone. All right. So this week, today, whenever, pay attention to yourself. When you feel yourself being uncomfortable, ask why, and then lean into it. All right. You'll be better on the other side. Appreciate you guys. Go out and have an amazing one. And remember, this is your life. Live it your way. I appreciate you listening today, and hopefully you found something useful in today's message. And if you did find value, please comment. Also share it with somebody else that may benefit from this. And if you haven't already, please subscribe so that you can get an inspirational, educational, and motivational message from me every single day.